Hello there everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Nicolette Electra. Hello. Today I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about something that I feel like I do get asked quite a bit, and so I thought, why not make a video about it and just go through the motions and kind of make it a multi-part series to kind of help cater to everybody's questions. And so the topic, if you can't tell by the thumbnail, is my photography journey, where it started, how did it start, and how did I reach the point that I've reached now. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's go ahead and get started, and we'll start with the very beginning. So contrary to what people may think, I actually had a fascination with photography very, very early on. I started enjoying photography probably like age 3 or 4. My mom had a Polaroid camera, and I remember taking it from her and taking pictures of my Little Mermaid doll. And she got pretty upset because she was like, yo, like, why are you wasting my paper? But that ended up evolving, and over the years for Christmas time I would ask for cameras and just, hey, I want pictures, you know, I want to take pictures, this, that, the other. I didn't think much of it. It was never an idea that crossed my mind as a career path, but it was something that I did have an interest in. I felt like the people around me wouldn't take the pictures that I wanted them to take, and so I was like, oh, I gotta find a way to take pictures for myself. One instance that also comes to mind is actually when we went to Oregon as a family. We ended up doing a hiking tour in Multnomah Falls, and we had our little silver camera, pretty old school, and I was adamant again about taking pictures, and I would kind of like go trail off while my dad would be with my brother and take pictures of like the leaves of like squirrels. My dad would be like, dude, like, what are you doing? Stop. And I'm like, but this is so pretty. So for me, the journey did start early, but it never crossed my mind to be a career path. Fast forward to high school, my fascination for cameras continued. I ended up doing a few video projects with a friend of mine, and I really enjoyed them. I forgot what kind of class she was in, but I absolutely loved working on the videos with her. I loved coming up with concepts with her, and a lot of our videos that we did for her classes. And then finally I had one school project for me, and I was like, hey, like, we get these videos done pretty darn good, and I like our style. Can you help me with mine? And sure enough, we went out, filmed it. It was a whole shebang, pretty embarrassing, but also fun. And at the time, I did not have a laptop, did not have a computer, only just like a desktop. And so I had her edit it. So you know who you are, and I'm sorry I had to make you edit my video. It's kind of whack to think about when you think about it now, but I appreciate you and thank you for trusting me and, you know, making some concepts for you, you know, for school and stuff. But anyways, that's a side note. So again, high school, I did have a fascination with cameras still, but again, it did not cross my mind to become a career path at all. Zilch, zero, nothing. So straight out of high school, my idea was, okay, what you're gonna do, Nicolette, is you're going to go and become a fashion designer. You know, some family members put a halt onto that and was like, no, we're not paying for this type of schooling for you. You better figure out something else. And so in that moment, I just decided to do community college, take it from there, see how it goes. I had no idea what I wanted to do at that point. Fashion was what I wanted, and I could not do fashion. So again, cameras, fascination with them. My first big purchase that I really made as an adult, turning about 18 years old, was getting a DSLR camera. I took myself to Best Buy and I spent $800 on a T3i and 2 lenses. It came with a kit lens, and then I got like a 70 to 200 sort of thing, something like that. Honestly, both lenses were straight trash, but for me it was a step, and I knew nothing about the camera at all, so I thought, okay, let's mess with it. And it was great. It was really great. It allowed me the opportunity to now take more creative shots and just kind of feel a lot cooler, you know? It was way better than having those little chic cameras that, you know, I would kind of take around and just click. So it was a very cool step up for me, and I did want to use it to its full capacity. One of the first projects that I had for myself with this new DSLR camera was, well, elaborate selfies. I did not like high school. I did not really have friends in high school. I was one of those who was like super elaborate and weird and kind of to myself, didn't know how to communicate. So again, I didn't really have photo subjects. So to me, I was like, okay, I gotta practice. I think I'm kind of cute, you know, finally. And I started doing elaborate selfies. I would set up a tripod. I would go out in random places and just, you know, wear a cute outfit that I would shop from Goodwill and take pictures of myself and then say, hey, look at me. Here's a concept. Here's a look. Here's a vibe. This is me. And it was fun. It was definitely fun. But you know, it's not sustainable, right? You know, taking pictures of yourself. I mean, I guess now in today's day and age, it definitely can be. I'm just not that way. And so I decided to kind of start expanding. The few friends I'd have, you know, I'd kind of pull them to the side and say, hey, let me take a picture of you. Let's go to this park. Let's go over here. Let's go on a walk. Let's do this. Let's do that. And I would take pictures of them slowly. Photos, pretty much trash. I think at this point I started getting a 50 millimeter, and the 50 millimeter started really opening my eyes to aperture and having, you know, the blurred background and the vibes. And again, the concepts were always big to me. I liked to have a certain vibe to my photos, whether it was an elaborate selfie or shooting a friend. I wanted the edgy fashion kind of a look, and slowly we got there. Fast forward away from the friends and doing those photos and elaborate selfies, it wasn't really until I met my partner that I was like, okay, I gotta get away from this green square, you know, that auto that's just comfortable. We gotta try and like experiment. And I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't my idea, it was my partner's idea, and honestly it was the best thing I could have done for myself. There is a lot of things, obviously, that are good throughout this journey. This was one of the turning points for me. Learning how to use manual mode and messing with it and shooting events and shooting people, being able to get a fully lit sky and then a dark background or a lit person and having like the, you know, there was just so many things that I learned through going into manual mode. And again, I was maybe 18, 19 years old at this point and just like so infatuated with this camera. I would pick it up a few times a week and just do what I could with it to just learn, because to me it was a fun hobby, and again, not a career path that came to mind. The first time it kind of became a career path idea was in this next segment, and that next segment was getting my first job working as a second shooter for a wedding photography company. Working for them was one of the many pivotal turning points of my career, and I want to get into that in the next video. And that next video is going to be talking about mentors and how important mentors can be. So thank you guys for watching. This is just the beginning. This is just the intro to my photography career. Stay tuned for my next video where we're going to be talking about mentors, working for this photography company, and so much more. Thank you guys again for watching. We'll see y'all in the next video.